How many of you guys use my code from Lumens? And how many ordered from Amazon? I absolutely have to ask the question. If I had 15% off Ridge's website, would you order one? Probably not would be my guess, because they are kind of pricey and expensive. You could go on Amazon and get the Oxbeam ones. I've had Oxbeam. I've had that light for 6 years. 6 years, come on. I've had Lumens products in that light right there before I changed it. I have my Lumens plow lights on the back of this thing. These front lights right here now are Lumens. And this truck right here had the HID kit in it, and that's actually how I found out about Lumens 4 years ago. The HID kit is in this. And I actually bought the LED kit for that as well. I just like the HID kit a lot better, but I do have the LEDs for that as well. So anyways, my code for this year, as some of you guys may know, is 2024. So Seagull 2024. And I love that haze. That's normal, eh? That's supposed to be normal. Doing that thing seems brand new. I digress. Squirrel moment. I cannot believe how yellow that is, and I absolutely love it. The rear ones here from Amazon, although they work fine. Don't get me wrong, guys. They were, like I said, they were about 75 bucks. But you can see in the LED how they have that orange hue. And then you can see on these ones right here from Lumens how they're actually yellow. And this is what I like about Lumens too. It just says it. Lumens makes their own product. It's their own design. They don't copy anybody. Yeah, everybody's making these things. Like, come on. But it is their own design. But look at how orange that is. Like, really orange. Look at that. And that's a clean LED. Oh, there it is. That's a clean LED. So here, I'll reach up and wipe it again to get it polished there. But look at that color. Like, look how orange that is and how yellow that is. Like, that just looks, oh, I love that. And the fact that I'm going to go yellow again. Oh, some of you guys are OG enough to know that I had all my lights yellow, tinted yellow. I'm doing that again. So it'll be yellow all over. It's going to look so nice. So these lights here, what sucks is the exhaust. I want to move these lights back in. So move this in so it's not above the tire. I want it to be right about here. And I want to do the same thing there, except that if I put it right here, I kind of have to put it, because the exhaust is blocking it. So there's like a big shadow right there. And you can see it now. Look how dark that is compared to over here. And this light right here was actually dirty, but with the exhaust there, and you see how much light is coming off that exhaust. So I almost have to, maybe I can move it over just a little bit. I don't know if I can put it in the original holes, which my original holes, if you can see them right there, they're in the kind of the screen right there. Don't know if you can see that. Sure you can. But right there, right around the middle of the screen, that's where I had my original one. Thing is that it's right over top of this, so casting a massive shadow over all of this. And my whole point is I want to try to get this covered. So if I move this light in from, so it's like right there, and it's just above the tire. So if I move it over so it's not right inside of here, if I move it over so that it's just kind of like inside the tire, instead, I can actually have about the equal amount of light. The only problem is, well, you know what? I might be able to do that. I just have to, because of this frame up here. So I have to remove my box, and that's not going to be too hard to do. But I have to remove the box, and then I have to take that that rack off again. I'll just pick it up because I do have my plow lights on the back. So I'll be doing that in this video. Might be next day though. Well, let me start by saying my battery, I do need a new one. No lights right now. But that's got power. Anyways, yeah, that ground idea didn't work out for me. Right there, you can still see part of that one there. Funny thing is, I actually did this last year. If you guys watched that video where I made the video about the new hanger there for the exhaust pipe, these ones here seized on them. And I said, it's funny how I did it to you and it didn't do it to me. So that one, see, this is the only one I could get out. That guy right there is clean. But there's a chunk of it stuck in there, and it melted a bit while I was drilling these things out. So drilled that one out, but it still got hot. And yeah, so that's her. So anyways, that's it. That's her in a nutshell. If I turn the lights off here. Oh, wow, that looks so stupid bright on camera. It is bright, don't get me wrong. The side view here, underneath the bike, all of this is, and I've been out riding too, so those lights the front might be a little bit dirty, but look at the yellow. Not orange anymore. Now she almost looks like she's on fire. I have to be honest with you, I love that look. This actually looks insane. So what I ended up doing is I did actually, in fact, move them over just in between the tire right here and the exhaust, and they're in the exact same spot on both sides. So the exhaust, like I said, casts a little bit of a shadow right here, but it kind of compensates for this side here because there's more light. You can see the light that actually does go right across. I don't know if you guys can really see that. There's a shadow right there, and as my backlight just went out, which is helpful. But you can see this whole piece right here is lit up, the center piece, and then just under the exhaust is the darkest shadow right there. But for the most part now, the Elkas, once I actually clean off the anti-seize, or not anti-seize, the rust protectant, I'll be wiping those things off so you can at least see the Elkas. And now under the light, you should be able to actually see that. Here, hold on a second. Let me see if you can. I'll wipe that off real quick. All right, here it is with the lights off. Right, just like that. So yeah, you actually can see Elka there. A little bit harder to see that one there, but you can definitely see it. And the moss are already going crazy. On camera, that looks like a big ass hot spot right there, and to me, it's actually all smooth. But again, just a radiant light off the side. I wish I could take this thing for a rip right now, but right now, as I said, the ground wire on my battery here, it's just not holding. And part of that, actually, to be honest with you, might be on me. Let me just turn these lights off real quick. Might actually be on me because I didn't put the battery hold down on. So this ground wire right here, this one right here actually keeps picking up. So, and you can see how I can freely move that, and it doesn't matter. I'll get my 10 and I'll see if I can tighten this back up again. But this was actually arcing on me earlier when I was trying to tighten or to start the bike. I kept seeing arcs in this. So that didn't work out as good as I thought it would. The battery doesn't move around a whole lot. I'm actually moving the camera as I'm doing this, but it might be enough to be shaking it. Just going to grab my 10 and see if I can tighten that up. I know that's way too soft, and yeah, that's done. So I can't ride my bike right now until I actually get a new battery, which sucks because besides that right there, there's nothing wrong with this battery. 4 years old and she's going strong. I mean, I honestly wish that it didn't have these cheap style, because as you tighten these things up, you can see right there, see right there, that thin little piece of metal. So what happened on this side here, I don't know if you can see it or not, but right inside there, that little thin piece of metal actually broke off, and it was pulling the centerpiece here out through it. So what I did was, standing it up, I actually filled this whole thing up with solder, tapped it, and or drilled it and tapped it, and I thought that would be enough, but I guess that solder just not hold enough. So well, it's enough to light the lights. Doesn't light my backup light though. That's weird. Plow lights? That's weird that the only light that I get is this light right there. Well, that's her anyways, in a nutshell. That might be one of those ones that's actually on the ground, so maybe that's why it's working. And the other ones there aren't quite grounded out. And because the key is completely dead. So if I turn this key, oh, there it is, see? Because I wiggled it. So like right now, there's my backup light. Yeah, my plow light. Oh, wait, no. both sides working? Yeah, okay, both sides are working. Okay. I couldn't see it because it was glaring on that side there. But I guess it is over there too. So those are working, which is great. That light's working. Turn that light off. Oh, now that light's working. Look at that. Working. Beautiful. So, but the thing is, watch, as soon as I try to start the bike, well, if it'll let me. Here, I'll put my foot on the brake. But as soon as I do this, it'll actually shut everything off. Watch. There it goes. Just like that. So what I have to do is I have to wiggle that ground wire. Wiggle it. Trying to get it. If I had the camera right there, you'd see it arc. So, definitely need a battery, which sucks. But hey, lights are in. So, once again, if you guys want lumens, I know they're kind of pricey, guys. I know they are, but you know what? Proof is in the pudding. When you get them, trust me when I say, you will love this product. Like I said, before I put this light in, which was expensive, but before I did, I actually had my lumens LED in that one. My buddy had the lumens before we bought that kit. He had the lumens all the way around, and my neighbor across the street actually has those, and in 3 years he lost one bulb. So we had to order one more bulb for him, but that was it. So in 3 years, well, in 4 years, I've had these plow lights for 4 years. Now these rock lights here are going to be the first ones. The HID kit's been in that car for 2 years. I've also had the LED in those. That truck's 4 years old. That one had the HID kit in it. The HID kit's actually in the house. I don't want it in that truck because actually for this truck, the lights are really big and it's way too much for that truck. I might be switching to LEDs on those, and if I do, it'll definitely be through lumens. I just don't want Amazon junk. Don't get me wrong, Amazon has some great stuff, but Amazon, not all their stuff is good. And to be honest with you, if you ever have warranty issues, you know, like I've had warranty issues with Oxbeam, and as much as I don't mind buying Oxbeam, it's kind of hard to get warranty through them. So even though they have a warranty, but I'd rather not, you know. This stuff does come with a limited warranty through lumens, with that being said, but do you need it? I mean, if you do, you know, you can call them up and deal with it, I suppose, but it is what it is. So that's my new rock lights on this. I have to put my box back in, and honestly, it's kind of a pain in the butt because even though this is the XP and it's supposed to line up on this when you drill those holes, because that box was actually, yeah, you can't see it, look. You can't actually see my box. So this box right here, even though when you first drill this thing out for my 570, I'll tip this over here so you guys can see it. There. So right there's the original hole. Right there's the original hole. And then it tells you to drill these holes out right here for the XP and the 1000. Like the 1000. 850 in the, anyways. So I did that, and you can see I've got NECs on this stuff right here. But you know what? These things don't quite line up with those holes, and I can't drop it in all the way down. So what I have to do is fluid film the crap out of these, and they're as tight as they're supposed to go. But you see how they're just slightly offset? So I don't know if it's just where I'm turning it or what it is, but maybe that's what I'll try, is try turning it someplace else. I don't know. Maybe turning it and locking it in. Earwig, get off there, bud, because you'll die anyways. So yeah, I did have my plow lights on these, on this thing here, but I digress. That's going to go on my bike now because this project done. So once again, link right here in the description as well. Lumens, you guys have it already. Seagull 2024. I've been pushing the crap out of this. I want it. I want you guys to do it. I want you guys to try their product. I mean, if you don't trust me on one thing, trust me on this. You won't regret your lumens purchase. Yes, they are kind of pricey, like I said. But heck, if I had that rigid light bar, I had a code for 15% on that rigid light bar, which is a $400 light bar. 6 years ago, I don't even know what that bar is worth now after COVID. But that light bar is an absolutely amazing light bar. I was actually mad at the guys at Polaris when they showed it to me because the quality of that thing instantly turned me on, and I was just like, I'm not putting Oxbeam on when I saw something like that. The quality of this rigid light is, honestly, I love this rigid light. So much so that my buddy actually, well, he copied almost everything I did with the XP or the SP fenders. He bought the rigid light, and he got mad at me at the same time too, the same way I did before. But yeah, that rigid light is awesome. These rock lights are awesome. I need a new battery for this thing, but that's it. I'm done. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope you guys like this video. Give it a thumbs up if you do. As always, subscribe, like, share, comment, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.